Thank you. Item number 4. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Lakefront Reserve Licence Concessions. Nathan, you're still here?
Still here.
Right. So there's 3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, so hopefully this is something you guys have considered over the years before, so you're pretty more familiar with it than I probably am. So we've had a few different applications, 2 for, one actually for an extension of an existing activity, which is the stand-up paddleboarding and kayak. And he would like a variation so that that's recorded under the company that he's setting up and not his individual name. He still trades, it'll still be the same name that he trades under, which is Walk on Water, but he's just setting up a company to cover that. So he would just like a 5-year extension there. We also had a request for somebody who is a distributor for e-bikes to rent out e-bikes on the lakefront. My understanding from looking at it is that we had a very similar operation there last year. We tried to contact them to see if they were interested in doing it again and had no response. And I understand that there was also a resolution to allow that same activity to occur before that, but that never went ahead. So it seems like that is probably a compatible use for that space, especially with the amendment to the management plan, which came about a few years ago. And the last one is for Lula's Empanadas, who would like to share the location where the Steaming Bean coffee cart is. And when the coffee cart moves off site, they move on with a food truck arrangement. We don't think that really fits in as well with the management plan or the use of that area. But we've described that for you guys to make a decision on whether you want to approve that. So we'd like you to make a decision on those 3, please.
Thank you, Nathan. Councillor Williamson.
Your Worship, thank you, Nathan. I just want to speak in support of that Lulu's Empanadas. They're a local family, being though down the market, most weekends, and they're running a really good operation. I don't really see it as necessarily anti-competitive, just adding a bit more flavour as such down on the lakefront. So I would just personally like to speak in support of their application.
I'd certainly support that, Councillor Williamson. I just as to how that's managed. So the coffee cart goes away at say 5 o'clock, and they come in.
The way they described it to us
Is there an arrangement between the 2, or?
I think they've approached them informally, and it seems like something that they both agree to in a way. There's some details to be hashed out, but there's no point going too far unless they can get the agreement of council. But yes, the Steaming Bean coffee cart would move off site, and then the empanadas would move on site for a few hours. No, it'd still be the same, take up the same space. It would just be a slightly different activity.
Yeah, I'd support that, Your Worship, because we've done a similar sort of thing with the ice cream vendor, and we allowed Mr. Whippy to go when they was not operating. So similar scenario really, providing the coffee people are comfortable with them using the site after they've left. I think it.
Yeah, we need to put that in a written. Just think.
Well, I think it would be.
Needs to be
Subject to
an agreement. Confirmed by us.
Yeah.
Okay, Councillor Johns.
Through the chair. A lot of agreeing today. I agree as well and would like to support it. I noticed when you drive down that road though, you know how you've got 2 car parking bays where the Steaming Bean is, and then the next one up heading towards Whariwaka. It's actually got yellow lines for blocked out lines as well. Could they not take one of the bays each?
That's the gelato.
Is that the gelato?
Yeah. So Mr. Whippy goes in there when.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at the roading manager, but I mean, it probably is a better idea than I
It's
did.
an ideal location. It just adds a bit of flavour at night after 5 o'clock, where you've got something that you can't purchase anywhere else. Being the actual item of food, as long as we restrict it to that particular. What's it called? Empanada.
Lulu's.
Have you tasted one? Yeah, very nice. Espanadas, what are they called?
Empanadas.
Sandwich. Yeah. So it just adds a bit of flavour, and the caravan's quite a trendy little caravan too. So as you can see in the market. So, and we're pro-business, aren't we, Rosie?
We are indeed. I think it's a great idea.
What term would you be looking at? Because it's not mentioned here.
Pardon?
What were they looking for?
Summer?
My suggestion is we perhaps just trial this summer and just see how it works.
Okay.
The amendment to the management plan allowed for licences for up to 6 months, so you could offer a 6-month term over the summer and see how it went.
Let's see how it goes.
And
Good idea.
on the basis that they clean up after them and take the rubbish away.
So your pastry.
So I think, so one and two, we're happy with those. The walk on water, that sounds good. Number two, yes. Councillor Clark.
Can I just ask, a 5-year extension seems to be quite a lengthy amount of time. Is it normal practice?
So on the lakefront, under the management plan, there are 7 or 8 specified areas, and that's in one of those areas, and that is an activity which is specified as allowed for up to the 5 years. So this is going to be his last season, and he would just like assurance of tenure so he can invest in it. And the lease can be up to 5 years for each of those 7 locations in the specified activities.
And
So
this runs on from the end of... Oh yeah, got it here. Sorry, you're right. It's fine, thanks.
So number 2 is by Rebecca, that's the e-bikes.
yes.
Yeah. Everyone's happy with that?
Yes.
Well, we had the bikes last year, they were 60. I was surprising that they're not, it's not coming back this year. So
Yeah, there was no response from
Yeah,
last year's
good.
person.
And number 3, we'll change that round to approve a 6-month, the councillors happy with a 6-month trial sort of period on that, subject to an arrangement with Steaming Bean. Some words around that.
While it might be for so many months, do we have to put a start and finish date, 1st of November to the 31st of April or something like that, so they know? Does that have to be in the resolution?
That can be part of the lease itself.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Nathan. Could I have a mover for those 1, 2 and 3, please? Moved by Councillor Stewart, seconded by Councillor Harvey. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against, carried.